You can find many vineyards scattered all over Iran. We've come to Manizan, a small village in the west of Iran in the province of Hamadan that's been painted green with the many vineyards that surround it. The best time to visit is during the harvest season. The weather is a little cooler, the grapes are ripe, and everywhere is bustling with activity. Grape harvest takes a little over a month each year because grapes ripen at different rates, and depending on where you live, you may have the opportunity to help during the harvest. To farmers, there's nothing like the harvest season. The joy of picking the fruits of their labor after taking care of their crops the whole year round. And the harvest celebrations that follow that right at the end. All of the farmers I've ever had the pleasure of knowing had fond memories to share of the many things that took place during the harvest.
اگه بخوای انگور بمونه به صورت سنتی تو خونه بخوای نگهداری باید اول صبح چیده بشه چون هوا سرده. اگه انگور سرد چیده بشه بهتر میمونه یا اول صبح یا غروب موندگاریش بیشتره.
Aside from having them as sweet, delicious and beautiful fresh fruit, there are a lot of products made from grapes. These grapes have been laid out on grounds that are prepared beforehand so that they would dry naturally under sunlight. Some grapes are hung on strings in relatively dark rooms and left to dry. The drying process takes a lot longer and the grapes don't lose any of their sweet flavor. Another thing that's made using these little globes of light that nature has so artistically provided us is a kind of grape syrup that in Farsi we call shire, which the people of Manizan are masters at preparing. To start off, some of the harvested grapes are put into pools, and once the pool is full to the rim, they're crushed to a point where all the juice is extracted. The extracted grape juice then flows through a tube and ends up in a large plastic can. This is where it gets interesting. At this point, the locals add a special soil to the grape juice that makes it bubble. This is a purification process, and the soil used is indigenous to this area. And the next step is to heat the purified grape juice. One of the difficult parts in this entire process is that someone has to stand next to these hot pots constantly and stir and stir and stir so that the grape juice doesn't boil over. What you end up with should be a thick syrup or honey-like liquid. And this, my friends, is how shireh is prepared locally here in Iran. If you talk to the elders, you'll realize that some traditions have been lost to us along the way. For the past 7 years here in Manizan, the villagers have tried to give new life to some of these old traditions through celebrations, one of which is the Shire Pazi celebration.
قدیما تو فصل شیره پزی مادرها برای دختراشون که خونه شوهرم و مادر شوهرها برای نوعروساشون خوراکی‌هایی رو تو طبق با ساز و سرنا می‌بردن.
Each of the items that are placed on these trays has a different meaning. In the old days and during the harvest season, all the villagers, men, women and children alike, would gather in the vineyards to help out. The remaining few would prepare bread, food and drinks for the workers, and using these trays would take them door to door at lunchtime.
با توجه به اینکه ثبت ملی شده شیره‌پزی مانیزان، هر ساله در همین مکان که در خدمتتون هستیم جشنی برگزار میشه. هم تا حدودی شکرگزاری است از درگاه خدا بابت نعماتی که به ما میده و محصولاتی که میده و هم جنبه معرفی این محصول خوب و شیرین رو به سراسر کشور داره که امیدواریم در این امر موفق بوده باشیم تا به امروز.
The villagers have set up stalls selling the different products they've produced from the grapes they've harvested. Everyone is rejoicing. The harvest is over. The long days spent picking the ripe grapes have paid off. This is Gulnaz Farnoudi for Iran.